get the rest of it funded. Well, the good news is that this year, in this bill, at this time, it is being funded. And we are seeing many things that you were, I'm sure, talking about yesterday that are going to be part of this recovery package. In fact, there are so many green job items that I'm not even going to list every single one of them, which is the great news. But let me mention actually just a handful. First of all, I want to see that revolution not only in solar and in wind, but in the new vehicles for the future, electric vehicles, batteries that are made in the United States. I don't want to see the continuation of what has happened to this point in our country, which is to have hybrids that are being made in this country and the batteries coming from Japan or Korea. That's got to stop. And part of this recovery plan is going to do that. So we are investing $2 billion for advanced batteries. And I have to say that I've been saying now for years with my colleagues that you look around the world, every other country has been investing large amounts of dollars to create this battery technology, whether it's Japan, China, Korea, Germany, India now with a manufacturing strategy. Every other country understands if you want a middle class, you have to make things. And you have to focus on the next generation, the new items in terms of manufacturing. We are now doing the same thing in this package. I'm also very excited, and I'll be leaving here this morning to go back to the Senate floor to offer an amendment that is actually led by my colleague Maria Cantwell and supported by Orrin Hatch, who says we can't be bipartisan. And the three of us have put forward a plug-in electric vehicle amendment that really fills in the gaps for where we go to create expensing for those who are developing those initiatives, and also adds in smart meters, and also makes sure that companies that aren't make a profit are able to benefit from this tax provision. So we're going to today, and we have the votes, go back and pass a plug-in electric vehicle provision that will go in the recovery bill. We also have a $2 billion investment in a manufacturing tax incentives, and we are pushing it more in terms of tax credits in manufacturing, expanding the production tax credits, investment tax credits, a whole series of investments. And again, we need to make sure that those who are startups or currently not making a profit are able to benefit from these strategies. We have $4.2 billion for energy efficiency and conservation projects to retrofit buildings. We have an additional almost $3 billion for weatherization to create jobs and also meet important needs around weatherization. And we have important investments in green-collar job training, which is a very important part of what we are doing. So we have a number of ways in which this recovery plan addresses the new economy, and that is absolutely critical for us. Now, we have, and I could go through other areas of the package, Jobs Rebuilding America, where we need to be focused as well on what we can do rebuilding schools and roads and bridges and water and sewer systems and the new ways that we communicate through the internet and so on. I just want you to know that we are focused on where we need to go as a country and create jobs. And the new green economy, green-collar jobs, are absolutely critical to that. Now, I'm glad you were on the Hill yesterday, and I hope you will continue to engage today, because we are receiving a lot of opposition, frankly, from the same folks whose policies got us where we are today. And it's important that while we are working hard and we have worked across the aisle and we want to accept good ideas and we want to be bipartisan, we are not going to go back to those ideas that created 11 million people unemployed in America today. Now let me speak to where we go after this recovery package for just a moment. because we've got to make sure that we are focused on jobs and all that we are doing around energy independence. We've got to get this right so that the jobs are in America. We're going to be debating very important global warming legislation addressing cap and trade policies and renewable electricity standards in the near future. And in theory and in practice, these policies will promote wind and solar and electric vehicles and energy efficiency and other important changes that will lead to jobs if we do it right. You know this. And I am laser focused on making sure that we not only go where we need to go in terms of this huge crisis around climate change that has a great sense of urgency about it and needs to be addressed, but we need to make sure we are doing this right so that we are creating jobs everywhere along the way. We've got to be promoting jobs in the manufacturing end of things and in the supply chain. There are many jobs that I think oftentimes we don't even think of, that you certainly know about, but I keep reminding my colleagues of as we go through this. For instance, wind is the classic green job story. Construction jobs are required, of course, to put them up. There are all kinds of building and construction jobs and to maintain them. But there are 8,000 parts that create a lot of different job opportunities for people making those parts. That's manufacturing. That's a very important part of the good jobs, green jobs agenda. Businesses throughout the country and the Midwest are making the bolts and the wiring and the veneers that make up these otherwise very complicated structures. However, unfortunately, still, the bulk of those component parts are being made outside this country.